The next thing we're going to talk about is the screen on this. It is standard definition, 1366 by 768. Initially, ASUS had some, stats out there. Maybe the Europeans will get this screen option, but there was talk of an FHD screen. On here, you even get teased a little bit, as ASUS even puts full HD powered by ASUS Video Magic, which is just their HD video playback software. So you get a little tease there, but I will assure you that the screens that are coming into the US right now are not 1920 by 1080 screens. And in this price point, I really wouldn't expect them to, as there are very few manufacturers doing that in this price point. The screen itself is bright. It's good quality. It's real shiny, like you would expect. It is a completely flush screen. It's not recessed at all, so you've got basically a piece of plastic over the LCD. Provides some protection, which I think is nice. Provides for some extra black level, and I'm just looking at it here and just noticing it does have some pretty decent viewing angles in comparison to a lot of other screens I've reviewed lately. 3 people could pretty easily share and watch a movie. Not too difficult for all 3 people to see it. Your angles vertically are pretty rough from the top. As we look at it from the bottom, it just sitting straight and tilting it as far back as it goes, I really don't see any change at all, which is nice. Not that we really ever need to do this very often, but as I tilt forward, really much tilt below 90 degrees is pretty much washed out. So we'll just kind of show you here as I get it here. If we tilt it, this right here, this angle here, is probably about from where I was sitting, kind of upright, just about perfect. And as we tilt the screen forward, I mean, you can even see it from this angle here, but it's pretty much washed out. We'll log into Windows here and see if that changes as more colors hit the screen, but yeah, I mean, it's darn near washed out if you look at it from the angle that I'm looking at it here, sitting up in my chair. As you can see, pretty well washed out. As we tilt it back, you can see here that it's nice. As you can see, shiny. Got my nice lights above me here, but if you're using your screen in normal ways, you probably won't be bothered by it too much. I think we're all used to shiny screens. We're definitely getting there. Back in the days of tubes where, folks in their 30s like me stared at a tube TV all day long playing Nintendo. I'm used to just my eyes just looking away from the glare, not noticing it. Those in the flat screen era are a little different, but you know what, it might be shinier than others, but it's a good looking screen. It has pretty decent viewing angles. Obviously we wish it was full high definition, but I think they did a good job with the price point they wanted to be in. The computer itself doesn't really come with a whole lot of accessories. There's not much that's inside the box with it. It does come as a handle box, which will be put inside of another box for shipping. The AC adapter is a 90 watt, as you can see here. This one is ASUS branded. I think they're using some Li-Shins as well. This is probably that anyway. But 90 watt AC adapter. Doesn't seem to get real hot. I've had it on here for a couple of hours. The computer itself has a pretty decent cooling system. Bringing up some of the benchmarks that we've seen on here. When we were running 3D Mark, both Vantage and 06, I would say max temps got into the upper 70s, lower 80s, which for a single fan, single exhaust, is pretty good. The computer itself did not get overly loud while it was playing or anything. It wasn't distracting. So the fan itself is pretty quiet. At idle, you can feel the hot air coming out, but I mean it's near silent. So for those of you who had to use it in class or something and don't want others to be bothered by a loud fan, this is definitely a good computer to consider. As far as overall temps, we've pretty much noticed that to be right on par with what we'd expect. I think what maybe even manufacturers' goals are anymore is to keep it, in anywhere between probably the 68 and 80 degree mark. Most of the components are designed to live happily within that that range, and obviously they'll live in a lot higher temperatures and probably do it just fine. It's just I think all of us would prefer cooler is better. Of course, we offer an IC Diamond thermal upgrade on this particular machine. You probably would notice a difference in that. It more than likely would help your temperatures drop, probably anywhere between 4 and 6, 4 and 8 degrees Celsius, depending on what you're doing. I know some people claim to get more than that. I suppose it just really depends on your ambient, temperature and how you're using it and stuff, and maybe people are getting more than that. Well, we're on the subject of temperatures here. I'm just going to put my gun up here to the computer. As you can see, it's been on a couple hours here. Just finished running some gaming benchmarks on it, and the brushed aluminum really does help the wrist pad area to remain quite cool. As you can see, we're getting upper 20s for temperatures, which is much cooler than your body temperature is, and that overall would certainly prove to be comfortable. And even as we come over the GPU, they've done a pretty good job of keeping the overall temps pretty nice. Even as we'll swing over here to our exhaust outlet here, and we're just jumping into the 30s. And what I like to do for comparison now, I've had our some demos and some benches running here for the last 10 minutes or so, just to give you an idea where we're at here. It looks like left hand rest is up maybe 1.5 degrees or so as we make our way to the right. It remains pretty consistent throughout there. Which is still far lower than your body temperature. It's still going to feel cool to the touch. The keyboard, as you can see, temps really aren't. Yeah, they really aren't too bad here. As we're getting over to our exhaust outlet here, we'll get into here for you. And as you can see, some places we're jumping up mid-30s Celsius. So your heat output here still pretty reasonable. I think every now and then we're probably touching the heat sink in there, and that's where we're seeing our 45, 40s. So you get up there a little bit, but overall output is what I would expect. It's not anything out of the norm. I just want to thank you for watching our review of the N53JQ here today. The models have started to arrive here at XOTIC PC. We'll be filling our pre-orders first. It has been, a while for folks to wait, so we do appreciate those of you who are excited to get your new machines. ASUS will start shipping them in a little more volume here as the month progresses. Right now supplies are a little limited, but definitely feel free to jump in line. If you're looking for a good computer in this price point, something that's well built, has good sound, adequate graphics and CPU, nice keyboard. Overall, it's a pretty good package. It has a few little downsides, but really overall seems to be a very well-made computer. Thanks for popping in here and looking. If you've got any questions, just hop on over to www.exoticpc, which is XOTICPC.com, and pop into our live chat, or give one of our sales guys a phone call today. They'll love to talk to you. Bye-bye.